This marks the third video series that we're running for Blue Craftsman and Snapsharance.
Okay, in the basic video, I had said that when you get to this part of your Google Places setup, that you have an opportunity to add in 10 photos, and you can either do that from your computer or from someplace on the web. And I made the point that you would really never want to do it from your computer. You would always want to do it from the web. Now, the reason for that, there are all kinds of different ways that you can put in these URLs from anywhere on the web. Like, for instance, you could load the photos onto your own server and put them in that way. You could do all kinds of things that you would think would be very good. You would think that if you're housing the photo in your own server next to your own website as part of your own domain or the client's domain, then that would be very good and very authoritative for it.
What he's trying to say here is if you think that housing or embedding the photos from your server, from your website onto Google Places is a link back mechanism, it is not a good link back mechanism, as we go into here just a little bit further.
Those photos, but that's really not the best way to go. What you want to do here is you want to be able to geotag the photos for the location of the business. And
you want to be able to geotag the photos. That's the most important part.
There are some places online to do that, but whenever I'm working within a Google product, like Google Places is obviously a Google product, I want to make sure that my optimization with all of the other Google products is spot on. So I want to make sure, like for instance when we start doing videos, I want to make sure that I'm on YouTube and that I've got my client in a YouTube channel of their own, because that's a Google product. I want to make sure that my client has a Google Plus account, and that whenever they write something and publish it onto their website, that it's getting back to their Google Plus account and getting published there as well, and more importantly, that it's getting linked, that there's linkage. And that's the most important thing you can do with any of the Google products, and there's a slew of Google products out there. Now, the one for photos that I absolutely love, that I've seen a lot of traction with, is...
Now remember, it's really important to use all the Google products for link backs. Link backs from other web authority sites are no longer a good thing to do for search engine optimization. However, the reason why link backs from those sites are bad is specifically because Google wants link backs from their own sites. That makes their network captive. It's no different than when you're watching TV and MC on American Idol says, stay right here. That's what Google is trying to tell you by using all their other products. You stay on their network and they're able to sell more product and expose you to more advertising.
There's another Google-owned product in a website called Panoramio, okay? Or Panoramio, I guess it is. And Panoramio is really interesting. Here's their homepage, and depending on when you're logging in and where you're logging in from, not only the design of the page changes, but the location that it defaults to. And what's interesting to me about this is that the Bing search engine really kind of is doing a lot of these same things, where if you ever log into Bing to do a search, you're going to see every day they've got a featured place in the world, and they've got different hover points where you can click on those and go to specific searches that pertain to that location. So my point in mentioning that is that Google is getting very geocentric, as is Bing, as is the entire internet, and this is only going to get more and more so. So you're seeing some really distinct differences in the way search is being handled, and it's not going to be the traditional 10 website stop on page 1, and it already has changed quite a bit in the last year, where even in Google, we're seeing instant answers on some common questions, and we're seeing a lot of geo-specific searching and things like that.
Blue Craftsman product is geo IP specific. We tag various areas through the Google Maps to mark your specific territory of where you do your sales in. Now, it's very important that everybody understands that mobile devices are driving this change. It's no longer a desktop world. It is a mobile geo IP based world. Wherever you're at, you're going to want to know your surroundings and information around you. That is what the web is becoming.
So here we are in Panoramio, okay, and just to kind of give you an idea now sometimes I'm trying to get this to refresh to see if it'll actually do it, but it's not doing it, of course. And some other interesting things about Panoramio before I kind of get in there and show you some of the really exciting under the hood things about this is a photo sharing site with a geo-centric focus. So this is absolutely perfect for a local business client like what we deal with. You can go in, you can have your photos organized, of course. You can go in, you can explore in different ways. You can have different. This is tied into Google Earth, which is fantastic. You can get a KML file for that location there that that you've got, so you can plug that into your Google Earth if you want. And we know what KML files are because we're using those on our local websites. So you see how all of this stuff is very interrelated. That's really what I'm trying to draw your attention to, is that all of these different things, you can search by groups, there's all this segmentation, I guess, is the best way to characterize all of these things. These are all segments, and that's the best way to think about how you're characterizing your Google Places listing, as well as your website, your client website. Okay, so let's just kind of jump in here, and you can kind of see, okay, here's a photo that I brought up earlier, and this is geotagged, okay, and you can see down here it's got all the different longitude, latitude information, and it's got the written location down to the zip code of where this is, and this is something that you can like and share, okay? You can share it on Twitter, you can email it to somebody, you can see it in Google Earth. So there's all these different things, and this is how Google thinks about this location, this picture, okay? They've got the world, they've got the country, they've got the state in the country, and they've got the nearest city in that state. So it just goes down, down, down as far as ratcheting down or niching down. Here's the world map here with the icon of where this was, okay? So you can kind of see it. You can put different comments on here, and there's different ways to basically, when you get a comment on there, it's basically like a vote for that picture, okay? So how does an image get all of that data on there? Well, you put that on there. Now right now, as I'm recording this, I'm in California. I just uploaded a picture, and it asks me, to map this photo, and it's going to, normally it assumes where I'm located, but it isn't saying where I'm located right now. So I'm just going to put in my location, and and you can get very specific. You can put the actual address here. You can do all kinds of things, okay? And that's what we want to do when we're entering in pictures for a client's business, is we want to put the photos in with the location address for that business. Now, I've been asked before, what if the business has multiple locations? You can create as many pictures in Panoramio as you want, and what I would say is if you've got multiple locations, then what you want to do is create as many pictures as you possibly have, no duplicates, each an individual unique inside of the business, or the owner, or the manager of that business, and so on. And if that fails, if you can't do that, take a picture of the shopping center where the business is located. Take a picture of the products that business sells, or if there's a particular brand item that people look for. Like for instance, if it's an orthodontist, they might look for Invisalign as a brand. So I would say Invisalign, San Diego, California, but then I would also put in the address for that particular location for that business. Okay, so that's essentially how you map that, and by doing that, what ends up happening is you end up coding in all of the different longitude, latitude. Here we go. What you do is you end up coding in all the different longitude, latitude, because it takes that address and it processes it as the longitude, latitude, and it assigns that to that business. Okay? So then when you get back over into your listing and you've got your 10 photos, 5 of which are going to be for the 5 categories that were covered above. Okay, that's the keyword that you want to use for those 5 of those images, and then 5 more can be related to that. But you've got 10 images with 10 geotagged locations, all coming back to the business. Okay, so that's very important to do, and that's the big, one of the big optimization things that you can do with pictures on Panoramio and with your Google Places. And then another great thing to do is to take that photo that you had in Panoramio and you can put that into your web page as well for that keyword. So like, let's say in the case of our Invisalign example for orthodontist, you want to have an Invisalign page on your client's website and then use the Panoramio picture in that page. And that's a double optimization. It further anchors that the Google Places listing is tied to that page on the website. Alright, so I hope that helps with your image optimization in Google Places. We'll see.
It's very important that all the videos and all the pictures be optimized. That's part of the Blue Craftsman service for the various different product areas. Another video coming up in the series in just a minute.